The Ronin ecosystem simply doesn't stop growing. Almost every month we've had a brand new game being onboarded, and recently it was time for Apeiron to join the Ronin family. Goatfather here, and Apeiron is a roguelite action RPG. And if you don't know what that means, don't worry because I'll break it down for you. So basically you'll go through dungeons, and each dungeon is going to have different levels. Each level is going to have its own set of enemies for you to fight. In order to fight these enemies, you're going to have to use your team, which is made up of an avatar and different apostles. And here's where Apeiron is quite innovative. You're going to have a set of cards, and each card is going to represent a team element skill. When you play the card, you're going to cast that skill on a designated area. Then you have direct control over your avatar, but not over the apostles. So somehow, this is an RPG because each team element is going to fit into a role within the party. Then you also have strategy, and somehow the game also resembles a card game. Now, I told you that Apeiron is a Web3 game. That means that the game has NFTs and tokens. So let's break the NFTs first. You're going to have planets, apostles, stars, and astronomical. Basically, planets are related with your avatar, okay? So your avatar is going to get its own skills from the planet that you own. Different planets have different tiers. How strong your avatar is going to be will depend on the planet. Then there's also breeding in this game, which is called celestial conjunction. And that is a topic for another video because that's quite complex. Imagine XE breeding where you have like dominant and recessive skills, but with planets. Then you also have the apostles, and apostles are part of your party, and you need them to fight either other enemies or other players, okay? So you can get them by playing in dungeons. So on each dungeon run, you can bring a certain amount of apostles to mint on the blockchain, and that amount is limited by the amount of reserve slots that you have. So you start with 1 reserve slot, and you can increase it up to 3 by spending anima, one of the tokens of the game. Or you can increase it up to 6 by owning a planet. Now, which apostles you should mint are going to depend on 2 factors, the skills and the IV or individual values. Apostles with higher IVs are going to mean stronger apostles, and that's also topic for another video because it's also quite complex. Then you also have the stars, and stars are some sort of like buff to your planet. So when you own a planet, that planet ages over time. And by aging is going to become stronger. Now you can increase the speed at which the planet ages by linking it with an orbital track. So stars have different orbital tracks, and you can link those orbital tracks with planets to buff those planets, okay? So if you're not using all the orbital tracks of your star, you can rent it for USDC for other players. Now, last but not least, we have the Astronomicals, which allow you to customize and buff the effects of your stars. So basically, stars can buff planets and Astronomicals can buff your stars. So I know it's quite complex, but it's not over yet. You also have the tokens, and I'm gonna just like scratch the surface of the tokens economic model. So basically we have Stardust, which accordingly to Big Sword, which is a members of Apeiron, is only used for daily check-in rewards. Then you have Anima, which is the win to earn token. Then you have APRS, which is the premium governance token. Then you have Animus, which is the off-chain version of Anima, and you have Apeiron, which is the off-chain version of APRS. Kind of. So guys, this is the most complex economic model I've ever seen in a Web3 game, okay, which is not a bad thing, but it might take some time for you to fully understand how each element connects with each other within this economic model. So overall, I think that Apeiron is quite cool because it's quite innovative. I've never seen anything like this in Web3, which can be a good thing, you know. I think it's very good that projects try to implement different things within the industry. So if you want to play the game, I recommend you to use my code down below for 2 reasons. 1, you're going to get more rewards by using that code. And second, you're going to support me as a content creator. And that's also very good. Now, as a disclaimer, this video is sponsored by own.gg, guys. So I want to thank them because once again, it's thanks to my sponsor that I am able to be a full-time Web3 gaming content creator and DJ. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the metaverse.